That's what I was gonna say because the fans really don't know. I recently ran into Chris and Tayana Taylor at the highlight room, and me and Tayana were having a conversation about her music because she as you walked away and she was like, "I'm
Hmm.
done with music. I'm retiring." And I think
Hmm.
the fans don't really know the politics, and you're not messy, so you're not gonna be like me and go and say these bitches is fucking up my bag, so I'm out. But when you look at the labels and how they have this kind of involvement and impact on an artist's career, don't you wish there was more transparency so that way the fans know it's not their favorite star like a Sean Kingston or a Tiana abandoning them, that it's the politics that are getting in the way of the music?
Yes, I definitely 100% agree, and that's the most problem that I feel like somehow we got to come to agreement and fix this because the thing about it is you'll go on your Instagram and somebody be like, okay, this person fell off, like you said, Tiana fell off, Sean
Hmm.
Kingston fell off, or Marion, whoever it is. You're like, what I'm saying, like I used to love this person, but I don't hear about them anymore. No, well, you got to think about it. Like I had so many hits. It wasn't on one. It wasn't the Beautiful Girls. It was Take You There. It was Dirty Love. It was Beat It with Chris Brown and Wiz Khalifa. It was so many hits, so it wasn't a problem if Sean, especially that I write all my stuff. So it wasn't like, oh, Sean Kingston couldn't make another hit. It wasn't about that. It's just the business wasn't straight on the label side. And I feel like, yeah, I agree with you. There got to be some type of way to where we can, I wish that we could transparent this, like the fans could know exactly what's going on, and not that just put it all on the artist. Like, okay, this guy's out of sight, out of mind type thing.
So this goes back to damage. I'm thinking about the conversation we had with Chance the Rapper when we were talking about being independent versus a label. Steve Stout has United Masters. I really don't understand music. It's just I know when a song comes out, I call Damage and go, "Who was that?" But I know I just wish that the labels would stop treating artists like slaves and give them more ownership and give them more
Hmm.
control because you know your creativity and you know your fans better than them.
And I agree, Jason. And that's exactly why I love Empire because it's an independent, but they have the major
Hmm.
the services. Like they have the team, they have the marketing guy, they have the radio people. They know how to get the record going and know how to what I'm saying, put you in the right thing. But it's also like they give you your ownership. You know what I'm saying? It's like basically it's like 70-70-30. You know what I'm saying? I get seventy
Hmm.
percent, they get 30%. Um, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? They treat you, of course, you got to make the best of any situation that you're in, no matter because they're gonna have everything. It's the business, but as far as under like being like having my ownership and being excited to be, it's like I have no complaints. They're definitely an amazing label. So yeah, I think that the independent route is the best route to go, especially if you got money yourself. Like if you got a little bag and you upcoming, if you got a little. I definitely feel like just go ahead and just invest in yourself and get that thing hot and get it going before you just actually just sign somebody.
Now, can we see you with a record label soon? Because I know you had some artists in the past, and now with all this new knowledge you got now working with Empire, can we see you step back into that position once more?
Definitely. So I had Ayaz, which Shawty's like a melody. I wrote that song. That was
Hmm.
Ayaz. I had him. He was signed to me. He just got out of contract like a year and a half ago. Tory Lanez, people don't know this. A lot of people don't know. Some people know, but Tory Lanez was signed to me all the way to 2016.
What?
Tory Lanez was
Hmm.
definitely my artist. I discovered
Oh
him off
wow.
YouTube. So yeah, so but with Tory Lanez and Ayaz, I definitely seen it. Like I definitely really want to build my label again, and I'm definitely doing that. So 100%, like all the talent. If you out there, hit me up, man. Hit me on the Instagram at Sean Kingston. I check my DMs. I ain't like them. You feel me?
You,
I
you
ain't
say
bougie.
that, but we're gonna hit you up. We're gonna see, man. You
Nah,
say
man, nah.
that.
Hit me
I'm
up.
gonna
Hit me
DM
up.
you. I'm
I
gonna
ain't want.
DM you.
Nah, I'm definitely. I talk to the people and reach back to the people, man. I'm never one of them guys that just be because those are the consumers, and if they not, they definitely could be somebody. Because I was that guy that was hitting up everybody like, "Yo, listen to my music. Give me a chance. Give me a chance." So I definitely don't forget that.
Now,
Sean, you're so. Oh, sorry.
I didn't get a chance to talk to you about this 10 years ago. It's been 10 years since you got in that near fatal accident on the jet ski. I island hop and I love to travel and get on the water. And I never really understood what happened. I'm sure you've told the story, but were you just driving recklessly? I mean, because I get on the water and when I feel the waves are a little too much, I slow down and I drive like a grandma. Were you just speeding and like trying to ghost ride the water, or what were you doing?
So basically, Jason, I was going 75 miles per hour, but it wasn't really it being fast was the issue. The issue was um, the tide got high. So usually I used to, because I lived on the water. So usually I always rode my jet ski around like, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock type of vibe. I never really rode in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So this time, I ended up, riding like at 5:30, and basically, Jason, the tide got high. So as soon as I tried to make it under the bridge, I always could make it under a bridge at the time that I used to ride it at. But now, it's 5:30. The water moved and it rose all the way up. So now I'm going 75 miles per hour trying to make it under this bridge. And as soon as I get close to it, I'm trying to slow down. But jet ski doesn't have any sudden brakes, so I'm trying to slow down. I just ended up going right into the bridge. Boom. Like, yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that you survived that because I remember when it happened, and I didn't know the details of it. I just knew that it was serious, and you almost died. What was the biggest experience you walked away from that situation besides the tide thing? But like, did you when you're going through such a euphoric experience like almost dying, was there a lesson that came to you out of all that?
Yeah, just be humble. Don't think it through. Don't always try to rush things, and just I'm saying, live in the moment. Just relax and let everything, you know what I'm saying, and appreciate it as well. Ever since then I always say to myself, like, God gave me a second chance at life, so my work ain't done. So now when I'm moving with a different, you know what I'm saying, a different state of mind, because it's like I'm here for a reason. So I just try to, you know what I mean. But if anybody, I would try to say is like, have your fun, live your life, but always think stuff through and always just be cautious right as you're moving. So
So, Blue, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, no, I'm just listening to him talk, and you're saying some pretty like life altering, slightly devastating things, and you have like a smile on your face, and you're still being so pleasant. Whenever I think of you, it's almost like when I think of Lunella, I think of happiness. When I think of you, I smile. Like the minute I think of your music, I start smiling. You're notorious for being positive, but you've been through a lot.
I've
Is there
been through
ever like
some.
a diss track or like a cathartic Sean
You
King
know, I've kind of,
moment
it's
coming?
like
I want to see you just stop being. You're so nice. It's lovely.
I done been through so much, man, and it's just like I I got a beautiful, uplifting mom, and I got a beautiful, uplifting family. So even when I'm going through my darkest times, it's like I'm always seeing the light, because I just tend to realize that you can't control what's already. You know what I'm saying? God's already gonna put everything how it is, so you can't control it. You just gotta watch it unfold. And when it unfolds, you just gotta learn from your mistakes and just move forward. So it's just like I always just be positive, because positive is, you know what I'm saying, that's, you can't do nothing about it. It's already happened. What happens, the damage has been done already,
But you're
Now
an
you're one of the
amazing writer, though. So I
okay.
feel like there's a diss track that you've hidden somewhere. I'm one day I'm gonna find your notebook. I'm gonna DM you, and you can send it to me privately.
Definitely.
Well, one of the things for sure, I mean, you've been around and in the industry for years. You've been lit. I've been at the parties. I've seen them. A lot of rappers, a lot of the newer rappers have been, we've seen a lot of people dying. We saw XXX murder. We saw Little Peep die. We saw, what's
Pop
the
Smoke.
rapper?
Juice World.
Juice World. Like we've seen a
Yep.
lot of Pop Smoke. We've seen a lot of young
Pop Smoke,
rappers die.
yeah.
I know my era was, you saw Biggie and Tupac, really two of the biggest, not really a lot more than that. When you look at what's happened over the years with these rappers, these artists, and with the drugs and then the killings, what do you think about?
I just think about just being, like I said, man. These people, like, just I just wish that, like, a lot of, because it was a time, and a time in given where, I was drinking lean, and or I tried it, or, what I'm saying, I never was a part of the pills, because, what I'm saying, but there was a time where I was like, okay, let me try this, or whatever it may be, and, just being all that pressure, just going through all that pressure and having so much to deal with. You gotta think about it. I've been in the industry since I was 17, and it's just hard. We go through different things, and people perceive you a certain way, and it's just, it's just so much stuff that you go through that I feel like it's definitely it's devastating. But you gotta also know it's a brighter side to it. So, like, I caught myself, and I started realizing, like, okay, this wasn't me, and I feel like it's sad, but you know you just got to catch yourself, and it's unfortunate that a lot of, the great young great ones didn't really get a chance to, and it's just crazy, man. It's just like, especially the ones like Juice World was a great friend of mine. Long live Juice World, amazing guy, genius, like one of the best personalities that I ever done came across. But I guess he was, he was suffering inside from a lot of different stuff that nobody couldn't, you know what I mean? And I know how it is. I know how it be. Depression is
When
real.
you
You
say
know?
the pressure, talk to me about that. What pressure? Is it the pressure of the fans? Pressure, because one pressure I
Yeah,
know with Cardi B. when Cardi B had her first hot single and then her album, the pressure's on to perform again. The pressure's on to stay
Mhm.
perceivably on top. What was it? The pressure from the fans, pressure from the industry, pressure of the
It's
schedule?
just pressure, yeah, pressure from the industry, pressure from the media. One at a time, I felt like I was the media punching bag. And a lot of people, yeah, I did make some mistakes, and I can own up to them. I'm not gonna be one of them guys that just like, what I'm saying. I'm 31 years old now, so I'm gonna tell her how it is. I was young, and we all go through that. If you give somebody $1 million at 17, it's gonna have a lot of stuff to go. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from, where I came from, it's gonna be a lot of mess ups. But I just felt like I was a media punching bag, and there was a lot of stuff going on, and people believe what they read, even when it's not true. Okay, this jury lawsuit, yeah, it might be a jury lawsuit, but why do I have the jury lawsuit? Because this jury tried to play me. He tried to sell me some Mosinite diamonds, and he told me it was real
Hmm.
diamonds, or you know what I'm saying, or why did this happen? Like it's always another thing to it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's really me because, like I said, I got people around me that's I had people around me that was just around for the wrong reasons. They just all want to be in the limelight and all want to do this, and the flies cars and all the jewelry, all the stuff that come with it. So they inspired a lot of stuff, but it's just a lot of the stuff, and I could say as a man, wasn't really true. And the media have a big, it's just how it is. You got a huge blog as well, but I respect your blog. Your blog is whatever you know what I'm saying. It's 90% true. Like a lot of your is hands on. You getting the tea from somebody else. But a lot of these other blogs, they be like, oh, let me post this, let me work that, and it's us. They do stuff for clickbait, and they don't even really know. And it's sad because the people will read that and it'll be like, okay, cool, like this person is like, okay, like he broke, like this guy's, you know what I'm saying? And it's like ever since I ain't never, even when I was going through what I was going through, I still lived in a big house. You've been to my houses before, Jason. I still had three,
I,
four
I, I've been
cars.
I've been in the elevator in your house.
You
Yeah,
better
you know.
talk your Sean. He's like, I've
Look,
never been broke.
hey, look, that's another elevator right there. You know what I'm saying? You
Oh,
feel
He's,
me?
he's flexing. That is a
I mean,
flex. You
I mean,
better. Oh
there's
wow.
so many levels. By the time you get to the bar, you ain't trying to walk up all them damn steps.
Is that a mall? It's like a shopping mall. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
Yeah.
As
goodness.
he turned it more, it got more extravagant. I was like, oh,
Right.
oh,
Let's talk about that because I do feel like when I recently interviewed Bow Wow, and I feel like when it comes to people like you and Bow, and or just in people in general who've had longevity in the business, have created great moments in hip hop or R&B history, it's how soon do the fans forget that and then turn you into a mockery when you go through real life challenges or perceived challenges that are made up in the press? How did you deal with all this stuff, and why didn't you ever defend yourself?
You know what too? And I used to always say this. I used to be like, yo, I used to tell my previous manager, like, can we really go, like, let me answer let me really come out and really say my side or say my piece or really clear my, and she used to always be like, no, Sean, because if it's not true, it's just you're gonna add it on. It's just gonna get people are gonna just boom, whatever, like it's gonna die down if you don't say nothing about it. People are not gonna worry. It's something else is gonna happen bigger than tomorrow and boom, bam, boom. I'm like you, Jason, right? I believe, yo, this ain't real. You lying on me. This facts. Let's go. But as you get older, okay, that's the way to go. But now, I know that now. But when I was, listening to my manager, listen to my previous manager in my team, they're like, okay, just let it be quiet because that ain't gonna be true. This one, you know what I'm saying? And this is like, I just tell people all the time, man. A lot of stuff you read ain't true. A lot of it is. It just all depends. It's just all depends. You got to get your right outlets, and you got to get a lot of stuff. But when it came to me, I just didn't like how they was just like, oh, the jury, or not only the jury lawsuits. Oh, his car got repossessed, or this, that. It's just like, man, I got 4 cars in Jamaica. I got a $3 million home in Jamaica. I don't even cars that I don't even drive. Like, you feel me? Nobody ain't talking about that. Nobody ain't talking about that. I give back all
But
this stuff every
and
year.
that's why we create a Hollywood Unlocked, because I feel like there has to be a balance. Everything in the world can't be cancel this, me too that, this person stole this person died. Like
Mhm.
nobody wants to wake up every day, I mean at least me, and read the bad worst stuff about everybody all the time. And
Mhm.
that's but I'm glad that you're finally sticking up for yourself. Is it now
hmm
is that helping to wade through the pressures of the industry now that you are
For
able
sure, for
to
sure. Like I've been talking to a lot of people doing the interviews, and I've been opening up and just letting them know, like, okay, this is just what it is. It's like it's, what I'm saying. It was just like the mistakes that happened. I could own up to those, and these, and that were, these were them. But it's also Another side of it is just where people just wanted to bring me down. You know what I'm saying? A dude would just be
Hmm.
like, all right, you know what? You ain't paying me on you. You did this, or you got. I'm going to TMZ, or they'll threaten you with that. Like they used to really threaten me with that. Like I'm going to go to TMZ and make you look bad if you don't do this and try to. I'm like, boy, that's extortion. Like you feel
Wow.
me? But that's how they look at it. They like, okay, you know what? This dude is just we're gonna tear him down. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.